We're here with Michelle White with Fair Trade Cafe, and we're so happy that you can meet with us and answer a few questions. We're actually at their new location, which is at the Civic Plaza, and it's absolutely beautiful. We're really excited to be here.
And we're actually at the Civic Space Park.
Sorry.
Which is, yeah, I don't want people to get confused and go down to the Civic Plaza because they're definitely two different locations.
Okay, thanks for clarifying that. Okay. Do you want to get started, Ashley?
Sure. Could you just explain the idea of fair trade coffee and what that really means?
The easiest explanation of fair trade is it's just social conscious marketing and socially conscious business. It means that the producers, the growers, the artisans get paid a fair living wage in the local context, and there are no sweatshops, no child labor, they work in safe working conditions. Things as simple as there is drinkable water available to workers. That's something that isn't a given in traditional markets. So it's just basically a way to guarantee that we aren't making a negative impact on the world, that with our purchases we're making a positive impact.
That's great. We talked about this a little earlier, but can you tell us the story about how you got started with fair trade?
Sure. Well, actually, I've been a progressive activist for years and years, I won't say how many, and when I was working back east and in other areas, I was able to always purchase fair trade items. And then, but being from here, I'm a native of Phoenix. I was born and raised here. And when I came back here, there was just really no options to buy fair trade. So I started a little organization called Creative Village Fair Trade, so that I could start bringing things in and creating a place for people to be able to purchase fair trade items, people that were interested in doing that, and also to get the word out a little bit more about fair trade here in Phoenix. And so I was working closely with the Fair Trade Cafe up on Roosevelt and First Avenue that was then owned by the Cathedral Center, which is based in Trinity Cathedral. And they actually ended up not being able to stay open. They were going to close the doors. So I didn't want to see it close, so I put a second mortgage on my house and I bought it. So that's why I'm here today.
Very brave of you.
It was definitely I graduated with my MSW in May and bought the cafe in June, not a direction I thought I was going to end up, but it just kind of fell in my lap and I couldn't not do it.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Fantastic.
So we heard the story behind location number 1, but what made you decide to open the second location down here?
Well, we had some folks from the city and ASU ask us, start telling us basically about the space and the park, and it was really in development. It was before the park was really even put together that we started thinking about this location. And it wasn't something that was on our radar to expand this soon. I mean, financially it's been very difficult, but it was one of those things that was just too good to pass up with not just the location for business purposes, but really being able to help develop the sense of community downtown and in this area specifically, because I think we've got it on the outskirts of downtown, but right here in the core, I think we really need to start pushing towards that kind of inclusive, community supportive, getting people back down here and really getting to know each other again. So I think that was one of the things that made this space really appealing to us. So we wanted to create the sense of community that we really got up at the other store and maybe create that down here, especially with everything new coming in here, like the university, everything's just kind of transplanting in here. And of course the community will happen organically, but we wanted to kind of create an anchor for that to happen.
That's cool.
That's great. What are you, just as a follow-up to that, what are your hours?
We open up at 7 o'clock every morning of the week. We are open 7 days a week. And we do that intentionally. There's a lot of things that aren't open down here because it's difficult to be a business downtown and be open 7 days a week.
You're right.
Obviously.
Yeah.
But we feel it's important to really, again, to provide that sense of community and provide that place to go. You can't just have a place to go, 5 days a week, because there are people living down here now. We want to make sure that they have that stability and place to be. So we're open 7 days a week at 7 a.m. We open until 10 p.m. every night except Sunday. We close at 7.
Okay.
So you're open till 10. That's fantastic. That's a big deal down here because nothing's open till 10.
Yeah, and again, we're geared towards trying to get the students down here and get them to know each other in a more intimate setting than the massiveness of the university.
Absolutely.
And also other residents down here and events. We're hoping there's a lot of community events that just happen in the park. We're planning several, but we're hoping that people really start to use this park. It's a great space.
It is a great space.
It
I'm glad it's finally done.
Yeah.